का पंजा शिवाजी.
A kid on the street and a normal kid. Is there a difference? Certainly, most certainly. But what is the difference? Both of them dream. Who gets it? Who decides? What is the difference essentially? Is it that a normal kid goes to a good school and a kid begging on road doesn't? Is that the difference? Is what we get in school, what we term as education, is that something which is critical to how we survive and do well in life? All of these are important questions. Interestingly, if we look at a kid who's begging or selling magazines at a red light, that kid would probably be doing math well more number of times than a kid going to public school. So a kid begging on the road and or say selling magazine on a red light, probably that kid does math much more better than a kid his age who goes to the school, because the kid who goes to the school, for him math only means marks at the end of the year. The kid who's selling magazine at the red light, for him math means survival. If he ends up making profit at the end of the day, he'll eat. That's the difference. Education, or let's say formal education, which is the main differentiator between these kids and the kids on the street, normal kids and the kids on the street. I don't really have a right to call them normal and any other categorization, but yeah, let's just say world observes them in that light. The kids who are going to schools, who are taking up formal education, are they being prepared to do the best in life? I would tell you about an incident. I've been associating with a range of kids over a period of time. Now, around 4 years back, while we as a group of youngsters, while I was in my graduation college, so we started this NGO. Initially, we were going out to these places. We were going out to these local mall areas and all. And there used to be a set of kids who used to come there. Those used to polish shoes, and we used to teach them in whatever time we used to get in the evenings. So in one of such evenings, after we were returning from taking up an interactive session with these students, also in those days we used to interact with any kind of kid that we used to find at any place. So we were pretty enthusiastic about meeting and having new experiences. In one of such evenings, it was a rainy evening. I remember it had rained really hard that day, and we were returning, and there were two of us, and on the sidewalk of a road there was a little kid sitting out there. I think he must have been 9-10 years old, and he was selling papad. So he had this entire stack of papad along with him, and he was sitting. There was something strange about this kid. He was absolutely in a blank zone. He was looking at the road, no expressions. Something, there was some kind of curiosity within us to interact with this kid. We went ahead. We, started having a talk with him. We said that, okay, so we want to buy your papad, right? He didn't reply. So my friend actually, shook his stack and saw that there were papad bits there, but this kid still didn't reply. We asked him again. This time now, he started crying and crying out bad, and absolutely, crying out loud. So here we were, two people meeting a strange kid on the road, and he suddenly started crying, and we didn't know what to do. So we sat with him. We started talking to him, understanding what he's going through better. So he told us that his name was Vijay. Probably he was around 10 years old. He belonged to a nearby village. He didn't know the exact name of the place, but he knew the bus number. So and he mentioned that he used to sell papad every day. That particular day, it had rained so much. While crossing the road, he fell down, and his stack fell down on the road as well. All his papads were broken. Now this kid was very scared. He told us that I cannot go back home, my father would beat me up, and I am so scared I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to jump in front of the next bus that came through. And we were taken aback, we were in a shock. What do you do when a kid tells you that he was about to commit suicide? We sat with him again, we had a very detailed discussion about his father, about his family. We ended up buying that entire stack of papad from him. It costed 40 rupees at that point of time. A CCD coffee costs you more. So it can mean a life to somebody. It taught a whole lot deal. It is tough for these kids who are there on the street. But do they dream? I think they do. And is there something that we could do about their dreams? That thought really intrigued us, and we started doing things about that thought. We started helping such kids.
मेरा दोस्त है नीरज, वो मेरे साथ भीख मांगने आता था. उसकी मम्मी ज़्यादा दारू पीती थी, इसीलिए उसकी मम्मी की डेथ हो गई.
जब कई ऐसे बच्चों से मिले तो हमेशा लगता था कि आगे चलकर ये कहाँ होंगे. क्या इनमें से कोई आगे चलकर बुरी आदतों की वजह से कोई कैंसर पेशेंट होगा या कोई क्रिमिनल होगा, या फिर शायद कुछ और अगर इनको कोई मदद कर सकता है तो वो हम ही हैं और कोई नहीं आएगा, और लाइफ में और कोई मौका भी नहीं मिलेगा. There are solutions. There are some very interesting solutions. One, can you make them interested? Making them interested is half the battle won. Second, can you make them confident? Third, can you end up changing their lives? That's what we are trying to do. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to spend 20 years in education for teaching these kids. Teaching them to do well in life, teaching them to making them interested, making them confident, teaching them how to manage their emotions, how to continuously dream big and chase their dreams. If you can do that, they'll take it on their own and they'll make something great out of their lives. We as common citizens, we as young people started certain things. We created certain impact. Now it's a question.
मैं ढाका से आता हूँ, यहाँ फिर कबाड़ा बेचता हूँ, 40-50 रुपये कमाता हूँ, भीख मांगता हूँ, दाल के लिए बेचता हूँ, रोटी खाता हूँ, इंजीनियर बनना है.
My name is Saksham Sharma. I am in class 7 in Rosary Senior Secondary School. My hobbies are to play football and reading books. I aspire to be an engineer.